to which I bequeath my name. Let the facade of the inner court be covered with fleur-de-lis and ermines, thus marrying for all time and in all parts the kingdom of France to the duchy of my beloved wife Anne of Brittany.
That's two castles. But look again. France has a new king, François I. He's both son-in-law and cousin to Louis XII. He's also Claude's husband, Claude, the lady whose orchard grows the very first green-gage plums. We call them Reine Claude plums.
My fondest memories are in the castle of Blois. Please, dear husband François, turn it into a dwelling worthy of your name.
So shall it be, love, for love of you.
The result, a two-storied facade, a cornice in balcony, and that lattice-work staircase, a Renaissance masterpiece brought over from Italy. That makes three castles. But look once more. The castle of Blois is bestowed on Gaston of Orléans, King Louis XIII's brother. All his life, Gaston's been plotting against the king, who, in turn, must have wondered how to get rid of Gaston. Louis came up with a rather ingenious solution.
My dear brother, Gaston, you have such a flair for grandiose projects. I'm only good at solid matters. Why don't you devote yourself to turning this castle into the most ravishing one on the Loire? Don't worry about the expense. I'll help you out.
The sum, 1, 2, 3. 4 castles with nothing in common. That of the Count of Blois, of Louis XII, of François I, and of Gaston of Orléans. Yet, over the centuries, they seem to have blended together, stones and bricks melting into unity. Light, the maker of miracles, interweaves 4 castles into the very harmony and grace of the Loire Valley. History time. Kings, princes, warlords wait in the wings. But with them humble folk, an unknown multitude, summoned to be actors on a stage of conspiracies and fetes and love and violence, day by day, down through the seasons. April 22nd, 1429. In the chapel, a 17-year-old girl prays, Joan of Arc. She's approached by a nobleman, a soldier of 26. One day he'll be Marshal of France.
Who goes there?
It's me, Gilles de Rais.
Leave me alone.
Crying. Why?
For those who will die by my orders. For the soldiers whose blood will redden the Loire at Orléans. For the children who will be killed in the siege. I even weep for the English who will die because of me.
Are you thinking of stopping it, John?
What do you take me for? God gave me the mission of throwing the English out of France. He gave me this power that isn't mine. I'm only 17.
When I first saw you at Chinon, 300 or 400 of us were waiting, alone with the king. Then you appeared, medium high, a bit stout, dark hair, cut like a boy's, and so young. I felt like making fun of you. When the king then put the army under your control, I said to myself, he has gone mad. When he asked me to accompany you, I thought, she'll be no more than a banner floating from a stick I'll have to hold.
That's what you thought.
Then you came over to my soldiers, spoke to them, gave them their orders. I saw these hard men shut up and listen to you. They had been looking at you as if you were just a girl to get into bed with. But their jeering stuck in their throats. You had turned the lions into lambs.
Lambs? That's rare. They fornicate with the girls hanging about the camp. Prepare yourself. Before nightfall, I'm having these hoes run off the grounds.
But John...
And before we leave for Orléans tomorrow, all you rascals shall go to confession.
All?
Every last one of them.
I am a great sinner, John.
Then you shall go to confession like everybody else.
Today, I vow never to leave you, to ride with you, side by side, until death.
Your death or mine? Go! Prepare the army for battle. Tomorrow, at daybreak, we leave for Orléans. Gilles, I'm going to give Orléans back to the King of France.
On the 28th of April, 1429, at the head of our army, escorted by clergymen singing Meditator, Joan left Blois. She did take Orléans. She did consecrate Charles VII at Reims. At the end of her road, betrayer was waiting, and in gratitude from the man whom she had made a king, and the stake, death.
For having accepted my invitation and being here with me tonight. With me, your Prince, Charles of Orleans, for a tournament, the kind I love the best. A tournament of poetry. For 20 years, as prisoner of the English, locked up in the Tower of London and bored to death, I dreamed of my castle, of Blois, where here I am again with you. As prisoner, my only consolation was in poetry. Tonight, my only desire is to live in peace, to rhyme in peace. So, come around with me, poets all. I'm going to give you a first phrase from which your different imaginations must construct a poem. Here it is. Near the fountain, I die of thirst. I suppose it's only fitting that I get the contest started with my version. Near the fountain I die of thirst. Possessing all, I cry out envy's song. My 40 hours worth less than the very